Good morning everyone. Today's topic is rules of divisibility from 1 to 12. First of all, I will talk about that why these rules are very important. As you know, these are some rules which help us out to understand whether any number is divisible by the other number or not. So if we may talk about grade 4s and 5s, from this level you can start working on them and try to learn these rules. Why these will be helpful? Because these rules will be definitely making your mathematics very easier to do. Like in many other topics, like finding factors of a number, if you need to know whether a number is a factor of any number or not, then if you want to differentiate between prime and composite numbers, these rules will help you out. So even if you are in lower grade or in higher grade, even for metric or O levels, these rules are going to help you out. So these are some basic you can say hints or tricks, you can say, which will be definitely helpful for you throughout your educational career. So I will start with rule for 1. Rule for the number 1 is very simple, that all the numbers that do exist, they are divisible by 1. So we can say all numbers are divisible by 1. So whatever numbers exist, for example 2, 1, 30, 2, 22, etc., all numbers are divisible by themselves. So very simple. The second rule for 2, if any number ends with 0 or even number, so you can say if any number ends with 0 or even number, so it is divisible by 2. For example, let's say 20. As this number ends with 0, so this is a sign which get to know you that this number is divisible by 2. Similarly, whether it's a big number 3, 5, 7, 1, again a 0, so as it is ending with 0, so this whole number is divisible by 2. Then another example, if ends with an even number, for example 24, the last digit is even, 76, the last digit is even, 878, the last digit is even. So all these examples are for the numbers which are divisible by 2. So by using this rule, you don't need to divide these numbers with 2. Directly the last digit will tell you that this number is divisible or not. Now if we see another example for 31, as this number is ending with 1, it's not a 0, not an even number, so it is not divisible by 2. Let's take an example of a big number 5737. Last digit is ending with 7, it's not an even number, not a 0, so it's not divisible by 2. Now the next rule is rule for the number 3. Rule for number 3 says that if you add the digits of a number, if you add all digits of a number and the sum is divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. So let's take an example. Let's take a 2-digit number. If it's 59, so we don't need to divide it with 3. Let's add these two numbers. 5 plus 9, it's equal to what? 14. And 14 you can check in 3 times table whether it comes in 3 times table or not. It's obvious that 14 doesn't come, so this number 59 is not divisible by 3. Similarly, let's take another example of 3 digits, 312. So now we will be adding these 3 digits, 3 plus 1 plus 2. Let's quickly add them, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is the number. So you know that 6 comes in 3 times table. 3 2s are 6. So it means 312 is divisible by 3. So this is very simple rule. The next rule is rule for 4. If you need to check whether any number is divisible by 4 or not, what to do? Just check the last 2 digits. Check the last 2 digits of any number. If the last 2 digits are divisible by 4, then that number is divisible by 4. Let's take an example. For example, 40, 2-digit number, just check out both of them. 40 comes in 4 times table, so yes, this is divisible by 4. Let's take another example, 210. Just consider or underline the last 2 digits, 10. So check out whether 10 is divisible by 4 or not. As it is not divisible, so this whole number 210 is not divisible by 4. 4-digit number, 5, 1, 2 and 0. So let's underline the last 2 digits, 20. 20 is the last two digits, so check out it in 4 times table. 4 5s are 20. So this whole number 5120 is divisible by 4. So this is an easier way how you can identify the divisibility of 4. Rule for 5 is very simple and very easy. If any number ends with 0 or 5, then that number is divisible by 5. It's very simple. Similar, like just check out 10, last digit is 0. 55, last digit is 5. 512, last digit is 2. So this one is not divisible by 5. This is divisible by 5. This is divisible by 5. So whatever the number of digits are there in a number, you need to just check the last digit. Let's write one 4-digit number, 3167. Let's check out the last digit. Last digit is 7. It's not divisible by 5, so this whole number is not divisible by 5. Rule for 6 is again very simple. It's not difficult at all. For rule of 6, you need to understand 2 things. There are 2 points in it. 1 point, check out its divisibility by 2. Then check out its divisibility by 3. You already know the rules for 2 and 3. What is the rule for 2? If the last digit ends with 0 or even number, it is divisible by 2. What's the rule for 3? Add all the digits. If the sum is divisible by 3, then that number is divisible by 3. So you need to check these 2 rules first. If any number satisfies these 2 rules, then that number is divisible by 6 as well. So let's check out an example. Let's see 56. To check out the first rule, just see the last digit, it's 6. So it's even number. So yes, you can say that it is divisible by 2. But for following rule for 3, add both of them. 5 plus 6 is equal to 11. And 11 is not divisible by 3. So it is not satisfying rule for 3. So if any one of the rules is not satisfied, the number will be not divisible by 6. So for divisibility of 6, these 2 rules need to be satisfied. If any one of them is not satisfied, the number is not divisible by 6. I will show you another example here. Let's do one more example. Let's write 3-digit number, 223. 4. Let's check out for 2. The last digit is even, so yes, it is divisible by 2. If you need to check for 3, add 2 plus 2 plus 4, 4 plus 2 6, 6 plus 2 8. Fine. So 8 is not divisible by 3. So again 224 is not divisible by 6 because it's not satisfying the rule for 3. I would like to show you one example in which it is any number is divisible by 6. So let's see 36. Fine. Check out for 2. Yes, it is satisfying rule for 2. And check for 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. Yes, it is divisible by 3 as well. It means 36 is divisible by 6. So that is how you will check the divisibility for 6. Next rule is rule for 7. It's little bit complicated but not that much difficult. You can get it easily. Let's say you have a 3-digit number 247. What you need to do that just underline the last digit and double it. If you double 7, you get 14. Double of 7, you can double it or you can multiply it with 2. You will get 14. Now you need to subtract this number from the remaining part of the number. So 24 minus 14, you get 10. Now you just check out whether this number 10 is divisible by 7 or not. As 10 doesn't come in 7 times table, so it means 247, it is not divisible by 7. It doesn't come in 7 times table completely. So that is rule for 7. I will try to do one more example for you. This was first example. Now let's do second one. Second example, I will try to choose a number which is by 7 now. 7, 1 and or let's make it I'm trying to give you an example in which this rule will show you that this number is divisible by 7. So let's take example of 721. Directly it's a 3-digit number. You don't know that whether this number is divisible by 7. How we will be following the rule for 7? The rule says just check out the last digit, the number which is at the place of units. You know the place values, units, tens and hundreds. So double 1, you get 2. Now you need to subtract this number from the remaining part of the number. So 72 is the remaining part. Subtract the double of number 1. 72 minus 2 is 70. Now check out 70 for divisibility by 7. 70 you can know easily that it is divisible by 7. 7 10 times 70. So it is divisible by 7. So it means that this whole number 721 is divisible by 7. Yes, this rule is done. Go. Rule for 8. We are done with rule from 1 to 7 now. Rule for 8 I am discussing right now. Rule for 8 says that check out the last 3 digits. Last 3 digits of the number. And if those 3 numbers, they are like as a whole it is divisible by 8, then that number will be divisible by 8. So let's do one example. So I'm going to show you examples of these two numbers. These are 4 digits numbers. So let's apply the rule for 8. As I said, check out the last 3 digits. So try to underline 3 digits. 320 is the number. Now you will check its divisibility by 8. So for this I would suggest try to divide this number with 8. 8 fours are 32 and 8 zeros are 0. So 840 times is 322. So if the last three digits are divisible by 8, then this whole number is divisible by 8. If it's a two-digit number, it's very simple. You can easily check out. For example, if it is 40, yes, it is divisible by 8. It comes in 8 times table. If it is 22, it's not divisible by 8, as the number doesn't come in 8 times table. So two-digit numbers are very simple. The only problem will lie for big numbers. So for big numbers, this rule you can apply. 107. So let's try to divide it with 8. 8 ones are 8. 8. 8. Now 27 doesn't come in 8 times table. 8 threes are 24 you are to use here, and remainder will be there. So it's, you can see it's not completely divided. So it means 3107 is not divisible by 8. This one is divisible by 8. Rule for 9. Rule for 9 is very simple. It is nearly same as the rule for 3. If you remember, the rule for 3 was you need to add the digits. So rule for 9 is same. Add the digits in the number and check out sum for divisibility of 9. Let's do one example, one or two examples. Let's say double digits are very simple. You can just check out in times table. Let's check out some big numbers. 309. So rule says add the number of digits. 3 plus 0 plus 9. 9 plus 3, 12. Now check out 12 in 9 times table. 9 twos are 18. It doesn't come in 9 times table. It means the number 309, it is not divisible by 9. Now let's do one more example that will show divisibility of 9. 603. So add all of them. 6 plus 0 plus 3. 6 and 3, 9. Check out this in 9 times table. Yes, 9 ones are 9. It means 603. It is divisible by. The next is rule for 10. Rule of 10 is also very easy. It's just like rule for 5, nearly the same. If the number ends with 0, then that number is divisible by 10. Not only 0, like you can say double zeros, triple zeros. So last digit is the most important thing. For example, 10, 50, just check out the last digits. They all are divisible by 10. 100, it's 0 again. You can see double zeros. 1000, 500, last digit is 0. If you want to see this number, so it's obvious that it's not ending at 0, so this number is not divisible by 10. Rest all the numbers are divisible by 10. Rule for 11. Rule for 11 is again, actually I need to tell the students of class 4 and 5, this rule is not that much important for the level 4 and 5. Why? Because it involves integer rules for yes, addition and subtraction, and at grades 4 and 5 integers are not in the syllabus. So that's why if you don't know the integer rules, obviously this rule is going to be difficult for you people to understand. So I will recommend students of grade 6 and onward that they can learn this rule right now here as well. So rule for 11 says if we alternatively add, subtract the digits of the number, and that sum, the final sum that comes, is 0 or 11, is divisible by 11. Let's do one example. I'm writing a 5-digit number, 3, 5, 7, 1. It's a random number. So how this rule will work here? There are 5 digits. So you will write the first digit with the positive sign, the next number with the negative sign, then the next one with positive sign, next one with negative, and the last one with positive again. So this pattern or this behavior, when one time it is positive and other time it is negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, this behavior is called alternative behavior. Like one time it is positive, the other time it is negative, and it will continue. So now you have to apply the integer rules here. If you will apply the integer rules here, I will suggest you to add the numbers with the same signs first. Plus 3 plus 7, it makes it 10. Plus 10 and plus 2, it makes it 12. So we get plus 12 by simplifying these two numbers. Now solve the negative signs. Now minus 5 and minus 1, it gives you a minus 6. Fine. And the students who knows the integer rules, I will later make a video on that as well. When same signs are there, like negative signs are there, they are to be added but with a negative sign. And similarly, plus 3, plus 7 and plus 2 were the positive numbers, so we added them, but the sign will be positive. Now when one number is positive and other is negative, we are to subtract those numbers according to integer rules of addition subtraction. So 12 minus 6 is 6, and you have to follow the big number sign. So answer is plus 6. Now you need to see this number only. If plus 6 is divisible by 11, you know it's not, and it's not even 0. So this number which we started from, 35712, 35,712, it's not divisible by 11. Let's do one more example. It is 2728. So again, I would suggest write the numbers alternatively with positive and negative signs. Positive, negative, positive and negative. Now apply the integer rules. Let's connect the positive numbers and the negative numbers together. Plus 2 and plus 2, it gives you a plus 4. Minus 7 and minus 8, it gives you a minus 15. And now apply the integer rule for subtraction. 15, when one number is negative and one is positive, 15 minus 4 is 11 with a negative sign here. So this number is minus 11, and you can just check out this number is divisible by 11. So it is divisible by 11. So if this number is 0 or any multiple of 11, then this whole number will be divisible by 11. So applying this rule, we get to know that 2728 is divisible by 11. Last rule is rule for 12. Rule for 12 says that if any number is divisible by 3 and 4, then that number is divisible by 12 as well. So let's do one example. I am writing a number 120. So here you need to apply the rule for 3 and then rule for 4. So if you need to apply rule for 3, if you remember, we are to add the digits. 2 plus 1, 3. So 3 comes in 3 times table. Yes, it is satisfying rules for 3. Rule for 4, it says that just check out the last 2 digits. If they are multiple of 4 or it comes in 4 times table, then that number is divisible by 4. So 20 comes in 4 times table, 4 5s are 20. It means it is satisfying rule for 4 as well. So if any number satisfies rule for 3 and 4, then that number is also divisible by 12. It means 120, it is divisible by 12. So that's all. I hope this video is going to benefit you a lot, and these rules will be definitely helping you out throughout your educational career. Thank you so much.